So today I thought we'd take a look at Lasar. It's the light ray controlled robot by Galoob. And there doesn't seem to be any date on the box, so I can't tell you for sure if this was late 1970s or early 1980s. But the robot itself has two D-cell batteries in it to run the two motors that are in there, and a 9-volt battery to run the electronics to do the light sensing. The gun that comes with it, which is basically a 2 D-cell flashlight, has one issue in that modern D-cells, if I put two of them in there, I can't close the end cap to I'd have to hold this with one hand and work this with the other hand, because the batteries are just a few millimeters longer these days than they were back when this thing was designed, and you can't close the end cap with modern batteries. So I'm going to just be using an LED light that I have. It's an LED night light that I have out here in the hut. We could look at the box. I'm not sure there's any more information there that might help any of you, if you might be interested in any of that stuff. Let's take a look at the sides here at this. End flap. So basically the idea is that there's a sequencer in the top of the robot. This little pilot guy spins around, indicating what the next function is going to be. Every time light is sensed by the ears, and it doesn't matter which ear, they both trigger the same circuit, the little guy will turn, and that will make the robot turn. Right now the robot would go forward when we put it on the floor, and there's a cool spinning light effect in the chest as well. And when it's to the side, it goes sideways. When it's back, it goes backwards, and so on and so forth. There's a wind-up system here on the side. I'm going to wind this up. There we go. And then there's several of these prop flyers that you can put on there. And if you have the little man turned to facing that arm, then the next time you hit the ears with a light pulse, which would be turning it around to go backwards, it'll then fire off the spinner missile. Now there's other attachments as well. If we take a look at the box over here, basically there's an extra spinner up here. There are two rockets, projectiles, which can be loaded into this hand if you manually fire them with this button. No big deal there. The arms are posable. And then there's a whole bag full of attachments. You've got, let me set this camera down so I can use both hands. Okay. So you've got a shovel scoop thing. You've got spring-loaded claws, two of them, and you've got a magnetic picker-upper thing. And those basically fit onto these little nodules here. You just snap them into place for whatever attachment you have in mind. Okay, let's get down to the function then. And to do that, I'm going to have to, well, wait a minute, before we do that, while we got everything up here, you might as well take a look at the instruction sheet that comes with it. And if you can read that, you can always pause the video and read more, showing the battery placement in the bottom. Here we have the instructions on the light ray and talking about the satellite that I just showed you how to wind up. The attachments, and that's it for the instruction sheet. So hang on, this is going to be a bumpy ride. Well, maybe I can leave you up high. No, yeah, let's try leaving you up high, and then I'll just try controlling the robot in this black square area, since I won't be able to see the viewfinder. If I'm in that black square area, then you should be able to see some of what's going on. Okay. Before I do, there's the spinning light chest effect. There's the robot going forward. And if I hit the sensor, see now it will turn. If I hit the sensor again, it fired off the satellite, which landed back behind the camera. Now we're turning this way. So, the long and the short of it is every time that light hits one of those sensors, it then goes into a different mode. What you have on the bottom is these driven wheels, and the on-off switch is here in the back. So there you have it, Lasar.